So you're a billionaire all of a sudden. Anyway, so now can we go to the next story?
Yes.
Yeah, sure. A contractor resorted to desperate tactics outside government offices after they delayed payments for work that he had done. The Kenya government is said to be in a cash crunch where even MPs' payments have been delayed for months. I saw Dallas making a joke about it, but I don't know. Mato, thoughts?
Hey. Mwana ile story tumetoka tu sahi. Alafu usikie history yenye iko hapa. By the time you see a man his age stripped down to his bare minimum and complain openly, not to any one person, to the point of jumping up and down like a child out of frustration and anger, oni mwanaume amefika mwisho na tushukuru Mungu hajajiua. Because that is what has happened. You can imagine that I think the bills that the government owes,
the
right?
treasury bills.
Yes. Sahi what serikali ina owe watu to the tune of 418 million Kenya shillings. Kuna watu wa mabiashara, watu wa matenders, lakini kuna watu bado waliiba more than 600 billion or something, wako tu mahali wanafurahia maisha yao. This is unfair. It is so unfair to the Kenyans. It is unfair to this man's family, the number of people who he is expecting to pay them, him to pay them so they can feed their families. I'm sure the number of people who've gone to his house almost trying to kill him.
That's true.
Are what led him to this.
What about the bills, the debts?
Yeah.
And then you know you're going to be paid, so you promised people, right? And then you look like the bad guy.
Yeah.
And it's something that people say, do you want me to strip naked for you to see that I'm serious? It's like one of the last things any man can ever resort to.
Yeah.
You know, Cindy?
It's actually a bit of an African curse if somebody strips to their bare minimum, especially from where I come from. It's a bit of a curse, and you know, he's reached the end of his tether, and you'll find probably this guy took a loan so that he could help in construction or whatever this project was. So he has to pay a loan and he has not been paid back. So it's really, really unfair what is going on. It's really very, Mato has alluded to it, it's really very scary what is happening in our economy. If you read the business news, what's happening with allegedly our government is broke and what the repercussions that can have. So my heart goes out to him. But it's also not a very good show for Gava because you need people to invest in you. Like Mato has said, people need to buy bonds and bills. People are a bit, you know, there was an infrastructure bond that was released. Usually they are oversubscribed.
Yeah.
This time they were under because guys are like, yo, I don't know.
Trust this government.
I don't know if I'm going to get my money back. So it's also worry for investors. So this is really not a good show.
Yeah.
And if you hear what the guy says, he says this thing was already funded.
It's already paid for.
It was already paid for, so just give me my money.
Yeah.
Graft is going to cripple this country.
It is.
Going
Yeah.
to?
It is.
We are there. We are crippled.
Yeah.
Right now, already.
And also for the people who are making jokes about it, I feel like we talk so much about mental health and then we see someone in this state and don't realize this is someone who's already going through something mentally devastating. So I don't think the jokes are cool, especially now that we are very vocal about, oh, you know, mental health, let us take care of people's mental health.
Exactly.
Yeah, plus also the whole stories of how work with the government at your own risk. I mean, this is something we have had over and over and over and over again. So yeah, as you said, it's not a good look.
If you don't have a good father, watch it too. Ikai.
You know, that's scary.
All right, so let's just remind our viewers the opinions
Shared.
shared on this show do not in any way
And
reflect.
not a reflection.
Okay, it is not a reflection of NMG or NTV or Nation FM. Listen, and you just work with the government at your Violeta. No, but honestly, the one thing people will do online is make fun of you. It does not matter the season, what you're sharing, what you're talking about. If someone sees something funny, they're going to make a joke about it. And sometimes it just doesn't make any sense, but it's really sad to see that guy. And I know so many people who, you know, understand where he's coming from, because that 400 million that you're talking about, Macho, Kenyans are watching this man thinking, I'm one of them. Niko na 2 million hapo, ama niko na 5 million, ama niko na 10. And then, you know, you fund these tenders, of course, with your own money, knowing this one is coming in a few months. But we want to hear your thoughts about it. At The Trend Live is our handle. Of course, we have more coming up in a bit. And you can tell us about the first story as well, where we were talking about the 25 million bomb. Would you have returned it? I would love to hear. So let me know. The hashtag is TTTT will be